Placido Rodriguez, Rosiles, and I was born in October 11, 1940, in Celaya, Guanajuato, Mexico. I come from a family, large family, of 14 children, of which I am the 11th child. And we have a very interesting history, especially in defense of the Catholic Church during the persecution of the church in Mexico. And because my father was heavily involved in the defense of the church, in the protection of priests and bishops, that he inherited many enemies and consequently made life difficult to the entire family. In such a way that by 1953, most of or part of the family decided to travel to get away from Celaya, Guanajuato, and move to the United States. So we moved to the United States on January 13, 1953, and arrived at St. Francis of Assisi parish in Chicago, where we met the Claretians. So we come as refugees from this persecution of the Catholic Church. Graduated from St. Francis of Assisi on June 5th, 1955. And then I had to decide what to do with my life. Since I saw that the very good example of the Claretian missionaries at St. Francis of Assisi, I decided that my calling was to join the Claretians. And seeing that they had practically the only ones doing the Hispanic ministry, that enticed me all the more. And so I entered St. Jude Seminary in August of 1955, 4 years at St. Jude, graduated in 59. And then from 1959 to 1960, a full year, spent my novitiate in California, and continued with 4 years of philosophy in Calabasas, California. Then 4 more years of theology at Catholic University of America in Washington, D.C. And thus I was ordained a priest on May 23rd, 1968, here in the area of Chicago. After doing some ministry, pastoral ministry and vocation ministry with the Claretians, when I got the call from the Apostolic Nuncio that I was being named as auxiliary bishop to Cardinal Bernardin. And I was an auxiliary bishop for 11 years to Cardinal Bernardin. When in '94, the Holy Father John Paul II named me the ordinary bishop for the Diocese of Lubbock in Texas, for which I remained there of service for 22 years. 2016, the Holy Father appointed a new bishop for Lubbock, Texas, and thus I was retired. And I came back to the community back in 2016. Thank you. My advice is that when it comes to that moment in which you're wondering, well, what is your purpose in life? Why were you born? Or what can you do for the best for society? And so that is the critical time to begin to reflect of service in the church, service as priest or missionary. And that is the optimum time, the best time, to see what is the will of God. Not only what you can do, but what is the will of God for you, so as to better humanity and better the world.